Hello, and welcome to our BrightSign headquarter offices here in Los Gatos, California, where we've created a virtual showroom to demonstrate the power of BrightSign in a variety of solutions and applications. We're going to start with this video wall behind me. This is a 15-screen video wall comprised of a 4K 96-inch screen in the middle and surrounded by 14 Full HD screens installed at various orientations, which really creates a unique and stunning effect. It's powered by 15 BrightSign players, which are installed above the display. And if we take a closer look at those, you'll notice there are only two connections. First, there's an HDMI connection. This, as we all know, delivers the content to the displays. Second, there's an Ethernet connection. The Ethernet port has two purposes: power and data. Our XT players offer power over Ethernet, so you can power the player without adding an additional connection. The Ethernet port also is very important because it allows the players to communicate with each other and deliver the frame-accurate synchronization, which is so crucial for video walls. Without that frame-accurate synchronization, you could get content drifting over time. And if one or two displays are off, even by a frame, the result can be something unprofessional and jarring. BrightSign also has a tool called BrightWall, which lets you create simple, standard video walls with ease. With this tool, you can spread a single video across all the displays and even compensate for the bezel widths so that you don't get any unnatural breaks in content that your eye might be drawn to. Finally, the HDMI connection also allows us to communicate with the displays, and we can do that with CEC commands. Those CEC commands allow us to send messages such as increasing or decreasing the volume, and we can even go into a power save mode at night and turn back on in the morning so that we can save on our power needs. Here we have a wide array of different kiosks that BrightSign is powering, such as this Peerless all-in-one kiosk with a 55-inch touchscreen that we can interact with. And it's also bringing in social media feeds over the internet. Our BrightSign players are built on a solid-state platform. That means there are no moving parts to fail, and there's no fan. They also come with a patented aluminum enclosure, which allows them to fit into tight spaces and operate at extreme temperatures. They can operate at -20 to 70 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit, that's -4 to 158 degrees. They can also operate at 90% relative humidity, non-condensing, so that makes them ideal for outdoor applications as well. BrightSign players also come with a wide range of connections and I/O ports such as GPIO, USB, serial, and IR, which allows them to be installed in a wide array of interactive displays. We can also power third-party devices like these credit card readers and a printer for this restaurant kiosk. BrightSign is also well known for our quality video, which is a reason why GoPro chose us to drive their retail displays. They also chose us for our high reliability because we can run 24/7 without fail. And now we're in a different part of our showroom, where as you can see, we have a lot more to demonstrate. We'll start here with this display. This display is showing the story of our BrightSign player lineup. We offer varying degrees of HTML and video performance as our product line increases. Starting with the LS player, this is our most affordable and entry-level performance player for simple digital signage. Next, we have our HD player lineup, which offers mainstream performance and is a classic choice for Full HD, 4K, interactive, and other popular applications. Our XD player adds to that capability by offering advanced HTML performance, Dolby Vision, and HDR10 support, which is high dynamic range. It also offers dual HD video decoding and a PCIe interface to support additional internal storage. And finally, we have our top-of-the-line XT set of players that offer enterprise video and HTML performance with dual 4K video decoding and support for 4K graphics. The Ethernet port also supports power over Ethernet, which reduces cable connections. And our flagship XT1144 even includes an HDMI input for playing content from external sources, like live TV. Across these 4 product lines, we offer a total of 8 models to choose from with standard and expanded I/O ports, so that you can easily find the player that matches both your connectivity and performance needs. Now, these players are just for show, and there's actually another BrightSign player installed inside of this display, driving the entire interactive experience. Once again, fitting into a tight space that isn't well ventilated or temperature controlled, and yet the player operates flawlessly. That single BrightSign player is powering and controlling the push buttons, the lighting, and the video content, which changes as we interact with it. And you'll notice that these displays have a unique form factor. These are our Bluefin daisy chain displays. All 3 of these screens are powered by a single BrightSign player. One BrightSign player can power up to 12 of these displays at once. With their unique form factor, they're ideal for narrow spaces like retail shelves to show product information and pricing. Next, we'll demonstrate our COVID solutions. Back when COVID hit, we came up with some ideas using existing BrightSign technology to help businesses open and operate safely. So we came up with 2 new solutions that use a BrightSign player with a wireless module installed and it's web server enabled. With that web server enabled on the player, it can broadcast a local area Wi-Fi network, similar to a hotspot, which allows any mobile device to connect to it and then control the signage. Best of all, you don't need internet access or a special app installed on your mobile device. Using this setup, we created 2 solutions, one called Bright Menu and one called Bright Link. With Bright Menu, it allows us to broadcast a single menu to all of the customers in the restaurant, and you can view it on your mobile device. You can see there's not a display. We're just using a flyer that has instructions and can be placed on the dining tables. The flyer instructs us to connect to the Wi-Fi network being broadcasted by the BrightSign player with our mobile device. And when we scan that QR code, it brings up a pop-up message. And when we tap on that pop-up message, it will display the restaurant's menu that's being broadcasted by the BrightSign player for us to scroll through. There's also an admin portal for the restaurants so that they can upload their menus at any time. And on this screen, we're showing our BrightLink solution, which takes it a step further from Bright Menu because we can now use our mobile device to actually control what's being played back on the display. It uses the same 2-step process to connect to the display and control it. In this case, the BrightSign player is broadcasting a Wi-Fi network called Big Box Media. So once we connect to that on our mobile device, we can then scan the QR code and it will bring up another pop-up message. And when we tap on that, it will bring up an interactive web page that allows us to control the signage. So I can scroll through various movie trailers, and when I tap on one, it will start to play back on the screen, as you can see here. And I can scroll through and pick another one at any time, and it will change that content. So you can get some ideas about using this for product displays, for instance, and it takes the place of a touch screen so that it's sanitary since you're only using your own mobile device and you don't have to wash your hands afterwards. Next, we have another COVID solution that we've created with our partner, BlueFox. BlueFox and BrightSign have created a BlueFox Count solution that allows you to count the occupancy within a location. And that way you can trigger signage to display the content that matches the occupancy. What it takes is a BrightSign player with a wireless module installed and a special BlueFox extension. That BrightSign player is then placed in a central location, and you can set the radius in which you'd like it to sense the occupancy. What it does basically is the BrightSign player counts the low-level Wi-Fi signals that every mobile device outputs, and it takes that count and equates it to the number of people in that location. That number can then be sent to another display such as this one that could be installed outside a supermarket, for instance. And the content can change based on that occupancy level to tell customers when it's safe to come inside. So as the occupancy changes, we'll notice the signage changes. And when we reach full capacity, it's telling customers to stop and please wait until it's safe. So this replaces having a real person outside doing the counting for you to make sure that your business is running as it should. BlueFox also offers a dashboard, and it keeps the occupancy numbers over time so that you can analyze the data later. Our next demo is highlighting the power of our BrightSign XT1144 player. This is our top-of-the-line player, and it allows you to play back enterprise performance HTML alongside video, imagery, and live feeds all at once. Here we have a corporate application, with this screen located in a conference room or a common area where the display can be used for multiple purposes. It can be playing content such as this, where you see we have HTML content playing a news feed, weather, and time. It can also bring in Power BI statistics. We also have a video zone here, and with the BrightSign XT1144, it has an HDMI input. So we can trigger the player to switch from the digital signage we see now to whatever you'd like to display through that HDMI input, whether it's live TV, your laptop plugged in to show a PowerPoint presentation, or even your video conferencing solution like you see here. So once we tap that mode, it turns the HDMI input playback on and scales the content to full screen, so you can use the display in a different way at any time. And then you can go back to your regular display as well. And here we have another video wall, and this one is quite unique. As you can see, it's displaying a video wall with mixed orientations and mixed aspect ratios. We have an ultra-wide, a 26-inch square, and then standard 16:9 displays as well. As you can see, it's still delivering frame-accurate synchronization with one video playing across all the displays, but this video wall is also interactive. So we've got a 10-inch display here that's a touch screen, and when I tap on the montage mode, we'll display different content. We've got individual distinct content playing now on each screen. This video wall is also very interesting because it's being powered by our BrightSign built-in solution. This is a solution that display manufacturers actually build into their displays, and it allows them to deliver an all-in-one solution with the power of BrightSign. And you can reduce your cable needs as well. As you can see here, we've integrated with Bluefin, Signage, Techland, and Mimo. Next up, we're going to highlight our interactive capabilities with devices offered by our partners that integrate easily with our players. This is a demo board showing a wide range of different interactive sensors that Nexmosphere offers. In this case, we have one Nexmosphere controller that is connected to 8 different sensors and LED strips. And there's only one USB connection, which is this black cable, that connects to the BrightSign player. That one BrightSign player both powers and controls all of these devices. So let's demonstrate a few of them. Here we have a presence sensor. This detects when a person is near or far from its sensor. And when I hold my hand up high, you'll notice the lighting is purple and animated here, and our content is asking us to come closer to learn more. And when I do, the lighting changes to green, and the video content is asking us to select a product to learn more about it. So those distances can be programmed easily with that sensor and using our BrightSign players. Nexmosphere also has RFID sensors, which use an antenna and a sensor that you place on the product. In this case, we have a lift and learn application where we lift up a product and learn more about it to trigger the content. It can also be a place and learn solution where we would place the product onto the sensor. Here we have a secure tethered trigger device. So when we pick up the product, we'll trigger content, and it has a magnet so it will snap back into place. They also offer capacitive touch buttons and push buttons as well. And if we go into a hidden display, you'll see that BrightSign is actually logging all the various interactions that have taken place with these various sensors. And we're creating this log file so that you can use it to fine-tune your display or just learn how your display is being used. Nextmosphere also offers an XI gender sensor, which is this device here. And when we activate that, I can stand in front of it and it will sense both gender and age. It also senses your gaze, so if I'm looking center or from the left to the right, it will notice that as well. So we also collect the data for males versus females, and you can even use this sensor to trigger content playback that matches the gender or age. Next, we have some touchless solutions. Nextmosphere offers an air gesture sensor that allows you to swipe over the sensor to change what's playing on screen. This is quite similar to your mobile device where you're swiping from one screen to the next. So if we simply swipe across, we can change from one point of the sign to another. So it acts much like your mobile phone where you're swiping through content on your screen. We can also tap into the lighting and adjust that at the same time. Next, we have some Bluefin touchless buttons. These are connected via GPIO to the BrightSign player and are plug and play, much like all of these interactive devices, to program for your interactivity. Here we have 3 different buttons that correspond to different selections on screen. And when I simply hover my finger 1 or 2 inches above the button, you'll notice the content is changing. I'm just hovering about 1 or 2 inches above the button to trigger the content. Here we have a Bose display. Bose is known for creating unique and immersive retail experiences. They are one of the earliest adopters of BrightSign technology and have been a customer for well over a decade. They are known for creating immersive experiences like you see here, where we've got video playing on a screen, lighting, and 2 different speakers on a headphone to control the audio playback. This is a 10-inch touchscreen that allows us to select the mood that we're in so that we can change the experience. When I tap on study mode, there's going to be music playing on the headphones, which we could try on, and the content has changed to match, and our lighting has gotten soft. And when I change to chill mode, the speaker starts playing music, video changes, and our lighting also changes. And when I tap on party, the volume will increase and the lighting will change to match the beat of the music. Every kiss is a door. Can I knock on yours? Can we knock a little more? Next, we have our Bright Voice solution, which is a touchless solution that we created actually before COVID hit. With this solution, it takes a BrightSign player with a license installed on it, as well as a USB mic, which we've installed here, and we work with you to create a voice model with a wake word and voice commands to trigger the experience. It operates in a closed environment, and what that means is that there's no internet connection, and we don't record the voices, so it's GDPR compliant. This allows you to control the entire experience and doesn't allow for any inappropriate responses. And when I trigger these proximity sensors, it'll tell us how we can interact with it.
Please ask me to show you a watch.
Alexa, show me the Nike watch.
Okay.
Alexa, show me the product features.
Okay.
Alexa, what's the best-selling watch?
Okay.
Alexa, what's the cheapest watch?
Sorry, Apple doesn't make a cheap watch.
So as you can see, it's a great way that you can create a unique digital sign experience using voice commands. Here we have a retail kiosk that uses the lift and learn methodology using Nextmosphere RFID sensors and antennas, which have been built into these shelves, and lighting. It's currently playing in a tracked loop, and it has a proximity sensor as well, which when I trip will start giving us a call to action to lift up a product to learn more about it. So when I lift up a product, it plays the content that matches that product and adjusts the lighting color to match the product as well. And I can pick up another product and it will change the content and lighting as well. I can even move these products, and the BrightSign player is smart enough to know which product is where, so that when I lift up the product, it will play the right content and the right lighting. And that's the end of our demo tour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope to see you in person again real soon. Thank you for watching.